My guest is ready. Adjetey Anan, aka Pusher, my paddy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Maybe I will call you. Nice. Thanks for coming.
Welcome, boss.
Any greetings? Or you good?
Oh, I'm good. I mean, we can flow, man.
Times we times the baby.
Pusher. Come on, for more. Don't go there.
So, if they give you the same script,
right?
Can you act same after how many years now?
That'll be tough. Menu.
And that was
like 99. We started 99.
So
between 99 and 2001.
Can you do same?
Yeah, I'm sure I can do a bit, but you know, those days, Charlie.
It's a character.
Yeah, it's a character.
So if it's a character, because I play noir, I did a a bit different.
Maybe at the times, well, sad time. I mean, this is about 20 years ago. Nyama Sisa.
No, still the guys are doing that kind of.
They're gonna do that.
Oh yeah,
I mean, yeah, as you said, it's a character, so I should be able to bring it back to life.
Maybe the energy.
And no never confirm kakra.
Maybe the energy. What makes fame a journey?
Well, what makes fame a journey? It's you know, it's just like life, you know, but then the difference is that you are under the spotlight. And when I say, I mean, life, we know that we all go to school, we all have, you know, friends, and we go to workspaces, we have our colleagues, but the moment you are picked out in the spotlight, then things change, because now in this day and age, you know, like I say, if somebody coughs, it'll be somebody under the spotlight. If you are Beyonce, Anna, Denzel, news. I mean, once they cough, you know, people want to cough like them. Well, so it's a different ball game when you're under the spotlight. So it makes it very tough to be, you know, wanted to pursue fame. It's not a normal life kind of thing. Most people will crumble under the spotlight because even more won't pay attention. But the same, I mean, when I was thrown into the spotlight, no, Obian sensitizing me about you know, how to relate to people, my fans. Okay, say those era, no, we didn't have social media.
Yeah, it's you.
So we're just thrown into it. You know, nobody told me, oh, if you're under the spotlight, you get a lot of fans, and this is how you relate to them. Me at a point, so make us say, when you're under the spotlight, no fans, you have to make everybody happy, because that's the way, you know, there are good books, and then you have more following. Now every comment and now every message, now you want to answer, you want to respond and respond nicely. When somebody is trying to bash you, cry, I want to be nice and all that, you know. But did you know all this? And we're learning, you know, along the way. But it takes a lot out of you. You have to be intentional about BBAOE, because you're under the spotlight. And for me, like this, even the choice of words that I use in public, what I do, because BBAOE no yebekasa.
Exactly.
So it's better you tread cautiously and be on the right mark, so that you're not found wanting. So it's a lot of demand, you know, on the journey towards fame. So you don't think about yourself. Indirectly, you know, now why a mentor to a lot of people. People are inspired by what you do. Then you know, you have to consider the other people who you are making happy, and one year you can disappoint people, and therefore you are careful about the, you know, words you put out there. You represent numbers that don't have a voice. You know, you are going about your daily life. So now we'll say, you know, you have this following, so I'm careful of the life that I lead.
Yeah, I asked this question because of this upcoming movie. Premiere Golden Eagles Cinemas, Kumasi City Mall.
That's right.
Produced by Samira Yakubu. Yaka Samira Jackie. I would say Jackie's sister.
Yeah.
Because I've known them. Got me home minimum for a decade.
Nice.
Okay, so me sure said this movie was inspired by the character known in Namtias Jackie, and Jackie is playing the lead role, right?
Yep.
And we have Rosalind Gisa, we have Christabel, Eke, we have Kalsum, we have Oscar, and who else? Yourself,
myself,
and we have this guy. What's his name? Deyemi.
Okalawong, yeah. Naija.
Okay, so the title is Red Carpet. Fame is a journey.
Yeah.
What comes with it?
Well, Sanya, it comes with a lot of demand and pressure,
and also freebies.
No two ways about that. Look, Mekai said one time, when Pusha had taken hold, I walked into a fast food joint and there was a long queue.
Okay.
Like, come to me. So, make sure queue no miss challenge. This one I don't go fit. Make a left. Nah, because okay, let me just wait, because Charlie, I wanted to eat. So, then I realized that one of the ladies at the counter or signal me. So I wasn't sure say name. I thought maybe it was somebody by me. So gentleman told me say, oh, I'm the one the lady is trying to. So me call and I say, oh, what's my order? Let me place. And I said, oh, David. Oh, I didn't. But look at the queue. Everybody is hanging. And see now, there was a lady who was next to be served.
Okay.
So Oteye Kasano until I say, oh, Pusha Ade, take order and yesterday. These are some of the things that you make us happy on the TV and blah blah. In fact, I was a bit nervous, uncomfortable. But me try me who say everybody was smiling. I was like, hey, Charlie, go ahead. So these things, some as you said, freebies. It comes. I cut everybody, and then I'm given a priority. So it happens.
Freebies, what the negative effects or positive? Negative is who we are.
I mean,
on your person or character.
So far, make us say freebies, so far it hasn't. Well, as you said, there's positive and negatives, because if they'll give you everything on a silver platter. For example, Obibe send me a message. Like I say, look, I want to get a role. Help me get a role, and I'll give you anything you want. And besides, say anything I want. I say yes, anything
unlimited.
And you see freebies. You can easily take advantage of that. Exactly. That's freebies. But then there are consequences with some of these things. Because this thing can easily stain your name. You go for the freebies, you are not able to get the person the role, because at least you can influence the decision. But ultimately, maybe a director and a producer, they have the big say, and then the person may not get the role. Then your issue is out there. I gave you some freebies and you couldn't get me. So everything has a positive and negative, and so I know it's there.
So the movie, the upcoming movie, Red Carpet, 2nd May. And Kumasi, Accra, so it happened, and I think we are launching it next week.
That's right,
15th or 16th. And Ruben, I'll play.
Me play. I was actually a fiancé to Jackie Appiah's character. Jackie Appiah's character, and basically, all the characters. The good thing about this movie is mostly, we're playing the lives of other people. We're living the lives of other people through movies and storytelling. But this particular one, we're playing ourselves. Your story, our journeys, our personal journeys through fame, through stardom. So it makes it very personal. And my character is supposed to be in a relationship with Jackie under the spotlight. Jackie is a big star and all that, and of course my what's me under the spotlight. How I take it when she's all over the place. How do I even for a guy, sometimes our ego becomes a problem. Say, Obano shiny more than me, when it should be, you should be happy about it. But how do you people even make you feel? Your brothers and things like Charlie Obano, that kind of thing. But my dear, say, that kind of thing. And whether you're able to succumb under those pressures, like tension being back between you and your wife. So all all those elements, no, beyond the stars, no, we're also looking at the relationships around the stars, how they are affected or how they are improved in Yama. So that's basically what my role was as well.
Okay, so looking at the character of Jackie in the movie Red Carpet, sometimes as a character, have you ever panicked seeing some of the top stars falling?
Oh yeah, always. I mean, it's because I didn't say they are what we have in common is we are all under the spotlight. The difference would be the degree, you know, because Ufre Obiti said Tiger was what happened to him. He was up there. I mean, top. You know, or we had all these brands following him, you know, and then boom, he comes down.
Bill Cosby, Al Kelly,
exactly. Mike all these guys were people we admired, adored. I mean, Al Kelly.
Look at what just happened to Will Smith.
Charlie, you know, so you gotta get the sense that look, when you get to that position, any little thing can make you fall. Any little thing can make you lose your fan base in Yama. So if it happens to somebody, me too, because like it can happen to me too, no matter where I am in the world, because people also follow me and all that. So I get scared, but the thing is that for me, I see it as a lesson that I'm constantly reminded. Say, look, as you're going, learn from these experiences, that it can happen to you. You're not better than them. So I don't laugh. I don't say that it be me want to say it's a lesson that can happen to anybody, and I pick my lessons from those experiences.
So how have you managed yours? Okay, so now we have two lifestyles.
Right.
I remember last night we were having a conversation with my wife, and we were talking about stardom, celebs,
right.
And she was like, "Have you realized those of you people in the industry are worried no? You are."
Okay.
So life before marriage, and life now. How have you managed it?
It's Charlie. It's just by the grace of God. And then of course marriage also played a greater part. When we say before marriage, uti free. I mean, you're more like you're not responsible to anybody. Wow, you make your own choices, especially when you have standing on your feet. Maybe your parents are not supporting you anymore in terms of betrayal fees and yama. So you're pretty much on your own. But the thing is, when I came into this industry, I learned fast, and so I'm also learning from other colleagues out there, both in the country, on the continent, and in the world space. Inti me say, look, I have a responsibility. They say this industry, many people have a perception, say, industry, you need discipline, we are all over the place, where the wind blows us is where we go. But I wanted to make a statement, say, we can be disciplined. Where the industry is a disciplined industry. Yes, a few nuts have spoiled, the whole scene, but then we can make that happen. I took it as a responsibility to say, this is what I wanted to do. When I came into the marriage life, so me realized there was a grounding that I needed. Time I was single, I didn't have it, and I had an accountability partner. Obia obeshe minimna waka say, Masa, nyao kai nenye, nyao ye nenye, adia oye enye. Somebody who
mapadi.
I tell you, Charlie, no wonder now, because she'll tell you as it is, and that's what our partners do. And most of the time, the night you say now, or they're trying to intrude into our spaces. But look, they care for us, and therefore say if things go well, it covers all of us. And so me say, it's an opportunity that I had, say, to really serve other people, make sure to rewrite whatever the message has been. Say we are a wayward people, we're a wayward industry, and bring some sanity into our industry, and let people know that we're in the right place to influence people, to affect society positively. It's been a learning experience for me mostly, till date.
Do you discuss certain roles before you accept it with her?
Oh yeah, I mean, in the beginning, we're discussing it, especially with some content be controversial. Kaisa script on homosexual, and I was supposed to be a gay and all that, but I wasn't against the playing a gay part, because
character,
somebody has to play the devil, somebody has to play Judas Iscariot, for example, and so to teach a lesson or send a message across. So I wasn't didn't have a problem with playing a gay, but there's the message, and where the direction was, and not comfortable.
Yeah.
So something like this, we'll discuss it. But in the beginning, we discuss some of the content. But after a while, I mean, we have an idea of Miss Saka script now. I know the boxes to tick. So we don't really technically or minya script and see let's have a meeting over it. No, we don't do that anymore. At least we both have an idea of the things to do and what not to do, or to negotiate on. It's pretty straightforward.
And in all this, so sometimes people ask, say, is he be more a foul dress designer,
right?
But entertainers, we should look good.
Oh yes,
and looking good comes with cost.
Oh yes, it does, because
you can't be repeating your costumes. Because radio is great. I tell you, sometimes me shabby, I'm like, so we said you pay.
Right.
Now say the corona mako event. No be YouTube now or hey interview I'm sure tadi.
That's right.
Well, the person thinks, hey, so fame, and resources. How are you balancing it? Is the system helping?
No, I mean it's a lot of pressure. And Debbie can say yes, fame itself brings very very a lot of pressure by itself. But then there's also the added on pressure we put on ourselves, and which comes with what we do. I remember say one time Ivan Okoro Oshe Atari Yellow B. I think she took it to one premiere and she took it to another event, and that blogger be born and say, hey, my body no watching repeat. But the thing is that it's show business is part of what we do. And see, that side is also an area that we have to satisfy. It goes with it, and therefore, then people are under pressure. Fortunately for me, and which some of my colleagues have employed, and say, when we say there's been an upsurge of trying to wear things, Ghanaian, into originality in terms of our fashion designers. Pick it up. So some of these fashion designers are trying to, be exposed out there. They sign on some of us. If you say, Rebecca say, oh Charlie, you know what? For every event that you're going for, I would make sure that I'll give you the costume and all right. So pressure no confirm kakra. Some people you have to approach them and say, look, this is what I'm doing. I would like you to clothe me, and so it makes it a bit okay in these days. But if we cast our mind back to a couple of years back, the 111 be where they sponsor people, but then it wasn't like it is now. In TS now, people would have to go and borrow. Attire from other colleagues or from a fashion house, pay half kind of thing, and go through all sorts of deals. And it's not easy because, I mean, you can count in a month, invitations there, Bano.
Yes.
And yes, small.
You have to go.
Premieres, events, social, spaces. Right. And you have to change your shada. Because then there's pressure go talk, But at the end of the day, you also have to say, look,
if it's not even the society, you yourself, you feel it.
Exactly. You do.
Let's go back to the movie, Red Carpet.
Right.
Jackie, character now play now. She's a star.
Yeah.
She has money.
Yeah.
She has everything.
That's right.
At that level, which you have been there, you have been there not because of the movie.
Right.
What makes you guys depressed and now say, lonely? How can a player be lonely? You're a player, but you're lonely. At that time, what do you expect? And Reggie Roxton will say, who entertains the entertainer.
That's right. That's right.
A comedian now depression. I think one of the international comedians was it wasn't Mr. Bean. I've forgotten the other one.
Okay.
What causes that?
Jim Carrey, I'm sure.
I think so. Yeah, problem here then.
It's I think that if you focus too much, we focus too much on our fans and our audiences, on what they will say and what they're looking for and the demands they're making. Yes, and then we forget ourselves. Sometimes it back to back. Even our bodies need some space, rest. We need to take time off. Look, this month or this number of weeks, I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I just want to go somewhere, reflect on what I'm doing. It's healthy. And we don't pay attention to all these things because our body is also calling for attention. But yeah, we're sidelining our bodies.
Playing different characters.
Precisely, and it has impact on us. Most of these characters they play, it takes away some emotional, energy out of us, mentally, and also it's affecting us that we don't even know. And so there's a need for us to, you can say some of these top actors are more Hollywood, they have therapists and things, personal therapists over every time. Now they're having conversations about choices they are making, etc., so that they mentally they are focused. Some people just can't even take stardom. That a lot of people giving them attention. It's a lot of doing. And see, I think that we don't focus on ourselves. That is one of the main reasons, and therefore we don't allow our bodies to recuperate from most of the things that we've gone through. Sometimes even comments that people make on social media affect us. It can have an impact on you and some of your friends, even your colleagues, and one affect you in a way.
My used to that.
But you have gotten used to it. You are matured about it. So it takes a lot of maturity. It takes a lot of doing for you to get to where you have gotten to. But most of us are not at that level yet, or we don't even realize that yet. And we need a lot of talking to. And sometimes in the area I can understand that we fail to realize that there's a problem until we just keep going and going until something big boom. Now depression are setting in. Then we're just going.
Then you get yourself to drugs. The movie Jackie became a drug addict.
You need to keep that level. You've set that level. The fans have set that level. They expect more. You can't drop. So
currently, I think what makes this time around more dangerous, and scary near the numbers you see on social media platforms.
Yeah.
I remember I was with one top celeb,
right,
and we'll post a picture. After some time, I will say delete it. I was like, are they? Actually, wrong timing. No, the social media say, time you post a picture. I was like, sure. Mondays we post about for
yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm for Kasa. Me say, you crown. Only spotlight, What they are there to Facebook and baby and so because say views, sometimes you're into now for me be into Facebook. I think the maximum is 5,000.
Yeah.
Then the public 4, and I like your picture. Ever show to talk of somebody who is up there, who feels he's on top.
Yeah.
But also most of the time, push that time on social media.
Baby.
The moment say only popular when there's a show, and you go there, you don't get that kind of hi.
Yeah.
But this time around, in your bedroom, you can see that you're falling.
Exactly. The numbers are there. They don't lie.
Statistics say that's it.
It's so easy. It's so easy at all.
Wow. This is HammerTime conversation with Adjetey Anan, aka Pusha Mampadi. Now, as a celeb, you see, in social media, obia timbe celebrity.
Yep.
As I have, because first you need to even to get a camera,
Charlie,
to get opportunity, and it'll be to the one video boom or a superstar. My who's a lady be fly around.
Okay.
with a black sheriff and Yombi.
All right, yeah.
Now me who say you now girl need to be na your mofo. And I say a girl no jina on na your mofo. And me who's a radio station be after na interview no. So for me, what drew her?
Yep. That's it.
What lecture on Nafti? Are you people considering all these things as merchant crowd here?
Oh yes.
Psyching them for because like the video now make was to see prepare you but boom
she's there.
Unlike where you are coming from before you got there when you boom foundation in your solid.
That's right.
So as a lecturer so people when you also a star because guy be by me fear that time about 10-15 years ago.
Okay.
I'm on Juma and I'm saying Juma Ben was I want to be a star. I'm saying that's where Juma. And later became a sports presenter or Angel FM and now Abruchi. Maestro. Advice one out of the man.
You know,
as a lecturer,
as you said,
as a character.
So first of all, my presence at NAFTI where I lecture and I say is for me, me who say I'm imparting knowledge, keke.
Okay.
For me, it's an opportunity to let them understand that they are responsible for the choices that they make. It's being responsible for what you're doing because NAFTI is a creative space. Into most of these film directors that we have today, from Shelley Frimpong Manso, Ivan Kwashiga, who are doing wonders. They came from NAFTI. Now we keep on training directors, filmmakers from these places. They are content, stories that they put on the line. That's what we consume. Now, if these people are not responsible for the content they are making, you have to think before you write. Because what you write has an impact on us who consume it. Some people are there, okase omonwe grass, they are prepared to do it. Just because that's what the industry, throws at them. So we have to be careful what we are doing to our society. So for me, every now and then I'm happy on. It's not just about thinking about anything I'll do just to make money, but know that there's a ripple effect that whatever we put out there, it can make or unmake our people. So for somebody like that, you have to find out answer the reason why do you want to be a star. Why is it that you want to be a star? And once the person can answer that, then you can guide the person. Because for some people, he wants to be seen so that talent be or gift be or one will come out for all people to see. But maybe it may not necessarily take you to be a star to be able to achieve that. To say there, as you said, it's a social media space. It gives opportunity. Last time, an actress was discovered on social media, on Instagram, because she has this habit of doing scenes, short sketches, maybe 2 minutes, 1 minute. Why are you saying? She learns a character and then she performs it, and she was so good that a director just went there, asked her to come for an audition. That's it. That's it. So even it's an avenue for we talk about show what you have, show what you can do in this. Nobody is paying for you. Are paying for your own data, and that's the way people have been discovered. So for me, the why is important. So to know that, look, I want to be a star because of A, B, and C. Now from then on, to me, I guide this particular person.
Back to NAFTI,
right?
And telenovelas are usually TV. So saying, also affected local production.
It has,
because they have this cheap. Telenovelas,
precisely
80s, 70s, 90s telenovelas. They bring it down here and do voice dubs. In P. And when they are the most annoying part is the one that they do in P. NAFTI, you train people to come out to produce, to act. How are you fighting this? Who is responsible for this?
Look, the Maker said we can only do our part. The thing is a chain. Well, now chain will links them. Even if you do your part, you expect that the other link also does its part. That is why Meka say, let's do our part. We can make sure that we're professional enough. Nyema is up to well standard. But then at the end of the day, you can do your production. But if the distribution network is not there, it's broken or weak, we cannot get there. The other thing too is that I think that policies also have not helped us, because as a nation, we have the responsibility to project our own agendas, our own identity, our image, our culture. And so by law, I mean, every institution like radio stations, TV stations, they are all channels they help project what we are, the Ghanaian individual. So by law, it should be that a certain percentage of what we show should be Ghanaian. A certain percentage should be foreign. We're not saying that, look, let's cut away from the world of globalization. We need to know what other people are doing. But if that becomes imbalanced, telenovelas it's way more than our own what we have, then there's a problem. So we need to relook at this so that we have a balance. Yes, making films is expensive, and the moment we'll have to we'll compare it to telenovelas. How can I say these are from way back? And so I mean, the more at a very very cheap fees. Sometimes somebody they even want it out of their system, so just come and take it. So
and the characters, their content is not us.
That's the thing.
And those are the things the kids are watching.
Exactly.
Because you can't be with your kids all the time.
Exactly. So we all have to be responsible for this, and let's say it's one part. But what are you also as an institution projecting, and the cultures we are projecting? We want to instill in our young people certain values. Some of these cultures from other spaces have a different agenda, and so you must find out how where the meeting point is, so that we're continually projecting the national agenda.
Which ministry controls that? Is it NCA or National Communication Authority? No.
You say they can put my confused.
There should be a ministry. Yeah. Making sure these things are addressed. I remember, I think Abeku Santana too shares the same view. Said the echoes on airtime. He said there are no jobs, but other year more protect. How do we create the jobs?
Exactly.
I think we have to lobby through Parliament.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, and I think that and that's the reason why this new institution, National Film Authority, is there to sort of bridge the gaps and make all those linkages, so that it's an authority on itself, and to sort of ensure that certain laws are made, certain policies are passed to make sure that where the Ghanaian identity is protected. So I think that it's early days yet, but they're putting things in place, little by little, so that we look at what we can do immediately to sort of help change the scenario a bit, because Senia Koid is not helping the industry at all. Yeah, you
see, somebody's character today can be linked to the childhood, how he was brought up.
Precisely.
Okay. Precisely. Now, people see push-outs like this, what they saw on TV, but one-on-one, they don't know. And me, for instance, you act and you behave and whatever like a responsible husband and father.
Right.
Growing up, with parents, how was it like? You live in both?
Yeah, I did.
They brought you up together?
Yep, they did.
So, can you remember some of the advices you got from?
Oh yeah, I mean, for me, I think, look, I was blessed because I knew some colleagues who didn't have it easy like the way I did. Maybe my father was a biochemist, so early days, you could. And this was early days. Perception about the entertainment industry was for most parents. No. You can do it as a hobby. But as a career, no. But for me, early days, me who say na me papa or dropping hints there. He wanted me to follow the line of the sciences. But unfortunately for him too, I was exposed to movies earlier. And I have seen samples of fathers, in movies, send your money or family, go out, have fun, family movies. And all that. It was exciting and fun. Something that you haven't experienced before, no, or you don't time experience. Yeah. When you wish that I can be so do me say. And then I look at the contrast. My papa, ejuma, fie,
one way life.
One way life. You see, hey, that's how it's hard to hear,
it's so exciting.
It's so exciting. And unfortunately for him, I've seen other exciting examples. And I say, no, this is not the kind of life, I really wanted to. My dream went off that car, even though in the early stages, the good marks that he wanted me to have in the science, I gave it to him. That's why I was doing it for him. No problem, But on the side, I was still grooming the interest in the film area, etc. So, but after some time, who said, look, my passion was directed to that time. So he wasn't upset about it. All that he said, he said, whatever I decide to do, and if it is the industry I'm going to go on, I should make sure that I'm one of the best or the best. And therefore, I shouldn't relax on just maybe I have a gift or a talent in that area. Like I should behave like a scientist who is looking for something to discover. So you never rest. So this one has stayed with me. Every time. Even when I go on set sometimes, we will say. Some productions now, new entrant, maybe other person's in the first production. The normal in for those who have been in it for a long time. Let's say, in our minds, they can say, "Oh, young guy, Charlie, can I give you some tidbits about this industry or how to go about your characterization?" That's the thinking in the back of our heads. But me fanasa. Okay. Oh, by na me show. New guy, this guy can be a force later, or very soon there will be a handover because Obia won him. So Obano na me observe the scenes na me share. Why bibia very or flaring doing something I don't know or minimie. Then I'm observing how he did it. Then I'm like, oh, let me take this, borrow this flair, send or the look or something. Now now I make it my own. That's the only way I've been able to stay relevant. So I don't joke with learning opportunities. I don't cut, say that I've drawn the line. I'm only learning from the Jackies and the Magis and no. Every new entrant, my gaze is on you. You're going to bring everybody's unique. So we all have something to offer. So I never come to a stage where I'm close. Always learning. So that has stayed with me, and I believe that the support that I had on the family setting, and also brought me to this level.
But time being, this is from school now. What to Naftiana?
They be from school now. So say me call Legon performing arts. Me call my masters were Joburg. So me buy I didn't even go straight into film industry because that time more tough a bit. The industry was not generating that much income the way it was. I was just going to marriage too. And to make manufacturing company Bikoye Juma. But Charlie as a marketing. But Charlie, those were some of the challenging years because I wasn't happy. Wifey crowd who said Charlie, I was not fulfilled. There was something into me. Quite year 1 or 2 movies then my whole life, the demeanor changes. So it do be I can say, look, let me just stop this and just go to what my first love was, and so that's what brought me back into the system again.
Where Unim James Abwaje, Fiper, James Abwaje, Kuma James Abwaje. Anyway, also brought from the doors. Name more mommy, be the normal information Motak, MOTAC through NFA,
National Film Authority.
Okay, so has done something of foreign content on TV.
Right.
There is currently a draft content policy by the minister, MOTAC, for consideration. Ministry of Communication also has a role as in what is contained in the broadcast bill.
Okay.
James Awaje, that's for the information. Say Queen near Kano. The Frafra. On say apart from radio, so no YouTube, the new videos the teaching, no. Tiani the Frafra, Mfanche, normal. Do you have sometimes do you have private lives? Do any around here left or right?
The thing is, me say the my say intentional timetable. And when I say being in this industry, you know, you must have a balanced life. And yes, I did. Juma did. But and you know, our nature of our jobs takes us away from home. Into yes, and I say fearful, no, you know, you just put them, you know, backbench beside. So Nehemiah say, like I know say your timetable. Apart from my fee, my son, we have to bond.
Okay.
In Coladia. To say there so many things can distract them. Even cartoons ideas, you know, so you have to make sure say that contact is still there, that bond is still being built. Once in a while, no, at least in every 2 months, no, we take time off. EBI, call Ibri, Anan, you know, Eastern region, out of town, change of environment, reflecting on agendas, you know, and what we have to do in the course of the year. It's healthy, you know. It also reminds you, say, look, this is your first responsibility, so that Ejuma will not take you away from them. So I strictly know I obey this timetable, and yes, I did. Once and now life now imbalance.
So on second scripter, then I'm looking for is it the storyline, is it the director, is it the other characters a movie now we consider before you say yes, and before negotiations. So my first thing in the story, you know, first in this story is this story relevant? Story and stories can talk about a lot of things. Once that is okay for me, then I look at who am I going to work with, because sometimes it's important to also know you know, who the crew, you know, who are coming on board, because sometimes you may have a good story now, one year the kind of personnel story they may kill the dream. It is important to know. But then it's not just about Ibia mark already in the industry. Look, I've worked with some young guys. All that they took was, say, they were passionate about what who say a story and they needed to tell it, and that did it for me. Some of the movies are my enkrana to say be a me winning AMVC award. That was like the movie that was my least paid movie. But I believed in the content and I believed in the passion of this director. Say this is a young dude who was also coming. You know, sometime I one afternoon continuous assessment work being who say the guy has something. So I'll support him when he comes out. And indeed, even though I didn't have the pay because he didn't have capital, he was just starting. At least he added value to, and it took me places where other movies may not have taken me. So first of all, the content, the personnel around it, then we'll talk of the fees. But it's not, once the content is okay, Links takes over, because so now Links negotiates on your behalf.
That's everything for me.
Who rate card O'Hara?
Everything is there. Everything.
Okay, so James Awaje is back. Motak now say a Ministry of Tourism.
Ministry of
Arts
Tourism
and Culture.
Arts and Culture, right.
Okay.
Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture.
Moyen in Temu. Now for future, I'm going to grow. Seriously, you know. Your colleagues, most of them, so the matured ones, their financials.
It's just terrible. And you cry. These are people we've looked up to. People who have inspired us to come here, and when you look at the
conditioner,
it's sad.
The aspect last week, Mene Abrobe, we were discussing this about the roles of mature characters, younger ones.
I don't get it. And these people are still very good.
Yes,
they have it. They have all the things. Fred Amogi, Grace Omabomo, they still have it. So I don't know why would cast young people. Yeah, also your makeup too is not up to that level, because you're making somebody so that we believe it, so we need to change that, and find a way of also sustaining these people in their own life, so that at least they can have some income coming, and also the other aspect, royalties and so. I don't think that area has been handled well.
Asok. Are you a member of Asok?
Am I a member? I'm a member of the Actors Guild, but I don't think I'm a member of ASOC.
So ASOC, I'm saying royalties, audiovisual.
Yeah. Now, I think that it has to be something so that it's people know about it. Dito. How do I get royalties from? Now, I think there was a time, let me say, one producer, Kafu Denku, can say, form Biaba out. You are supposed to list the number of films, and then you get she got some money out of it. These are things that we don't know. People don't know. Things are not straightforward. Now, if somebody is benefiting, who should not be benefiting, So I think that we need to educate the whole industry about some of these things, so that especially our old folks all this while they should be benefiting in a way, so that people they at least they can survive kakra, but it's not helping us.
Is it because for younger person now make up no older person now we money 2 cities right. How much are you giving? You are preventing that.
I mean, I don't think that is sikasem, because some of these young people too, because the social media, they understand it too. They come in with hard, because Charlie major way. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. But our old folks, they are not. Most of them are not even on social media. They don't know what is happening. They don't even know. So they won't. But even if they are calling for some amount, these are people who have walked the path for us to follow. So they even deserve whatever it is. Let their ending be happy, so that at least they know that, look, if we didn't do anything at all, we've set something, and then we can reap the benefits. So I think that we should turn the lens to their direction. Now, we help sustain them, kakra. They still have what it takes to make our movies, great, and therefore we shouldn't just focus on the social media people who can take us to places, but these people can bring, the real art and the skill, because these are they didn't have any distraction with social media. They really were trained, and they have what it takes to really add to stories that we tell every now and then.
But I'll ask you about actors turned producers.
Okay.
I think there's a negative we have the same picture.
All right.
Yes, Akukoba. Okay, before I forget, a quick one. Manua, what's your name? Ulomi. Okay, ne baba kushila was sending me messages to see my many bar for interview. We make a comment to be about I hope my better crying now almost suppress it, the language, language, and almost suppressing it. And I'm almost suppressing the same. They are refusing to speak the language. I'm saying the same, and they're saying language there, you can't force anybody to speak it. And we had a discussion, and I'm for discussing. And I'm so the best way is to date a different tribe, so that over children Kasano, because one getting closer, you can learn the language.
Right
now, Cecilia and the bank, Sheila sent a message. Me, I think that interview generated a lot of. Anna will be sending on the social media, meaning platform. Anna Nipakwacho said, "I need a sweetheart here to teach me Ghana language."
Oh,
Anna Obi Abe responded, say, of all the languages, it's only Ga that you want to learn. Search ... Okay, I can mention only one word. Okay. Aggressive language.
Right.
And you know, we are guy. Any comment on this?
I mean, it's unfortunate, you know, if somebody would think that the language is aggressive. I think maybe partly because of how the Ghanaians also have carried themselves. Because sometimes you can say in China did confront them. Unfortunately, some of our people who are up there to help, you know, change this. So Anan, you know, just one example now Obia say, you know, that's what it is, but it isn't it. That is not the case.
Exactly.
You know, so let me say this we have a lot of languages in the country, and I think that we should just sort of let one disappear. I think that we should encourage it so that we all know. You know, it would be good say Ubia better, you know, the languages in our country. I was in Nika what I say, we Fantinika know what I say, but I think that it's a wrong perception. We need to correct it. But also, no, I may say the guys themselves, no, we need to encourage the speaking. Let me say I've realized some time back, no, me fataxia. The first language, the guy will speak to the driver and you treat.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying that because you are a guy and the driver is maybe Akan, you are not even encouraging the guy to speak the guy. You have to speak it to him. Or can say maybe if we do that, we encourage it, you know, and having languages there. If you have the more you know, the advantage you have. Yes. on many levels. And I think that we should push that ourselves to make sure that people, in a nice way, you know, sometimes if I say, "Oh, won't take us an any that's not it." But encourage the people to talk. You know, we call the bia one day you know, and then that's how we live as a people. So that's work for us to do as Ghanaians ourselves.
Okay, so on this note, I will say somebody will push Ghana language. Musician Tiny, oh Charlie. Tiny has done really well. Very much. I mean, we're pushing language.
Very much.
And I think that's one view. Yeah, Tiny
mostly.
Okay, back to our conversation.
Right.
James Abuaje, 5-pack. Okay. Information.
Nice one.
ASOC means Audiovisual Rights Society of Ghana. Okay. It is the duty of the associations to educate members of some of these rights. One has to register with ASOC before royalties is paid.
Oh, registration. Okay.
And you know, Pacho Okon Kraya ko register.
Straight.
Me the James Abuajen's number.
Straight.
Now, so Actors Guild, moya den.
Pacho.
Actors Guild, moya den. Jena moya. It stands for
court.
More court. Moya de court. It's not
past government, the present government, you know. Yeah, court kakra.
Executives neko.
Mpacha kakra go nti.
How problem na on here then is it leadership crisis?
It's something like the leadership, and then I've heard from other sources, you know, corruption on some funds, you know, things that should have benefited all of us. You know, some people have diverted, you know, into personal businesses, etc. And in Yemen. So because it's in court, you know, when the court assembly, you also have to be careful what you say. But then Yemen Koye, we're hoping that you know, those will come together, because at the end of the day, you know, we suffer. The broader picture suffers, and the role that Actors Guild can do can help all of us, and I think that we've our court business. There be a many way can boy
say Gamru similar problem. Right. Musica
similar.
Actors Guild it is a small situations. So minimum pen you form fight na munti your man right there. Then Ghana your problem because I been with the forget.
Charlie. It's
there. Because me join Kubia.
Right.
Because my character me join Kubia.
Play.
Kuba come me joining as I speak with you. Say,
right.
Me action go on.
That's right.
No, because I don't see why people should mismanage people's funds, people's life on the diagro.
Yeah.
Na say you cool, na say be also Jesus free ABCD. Na say yentimi ko meeting. E ma mon first statement to me baby a baby free ba. Enko. Now then, Bobby Asme. I mean, why?
It's
because they be American same way now. And no man can say will be free me. You remember? Say somebody sent me a message for help.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So some make us say I'm not just talking on. And go you. Also a young guy who say normal.
You know. Yeah.
I was a Janish.
It's crazy, man.
It's a more culture. We free culture that way.
But you mean him.
Ubi say wala twa wala boa. Ubi go wa. Now, what are the things that you do for love?
The things that I do for love.
As Anan Adjetey, aka Pusher.
Well, basically, definitely one of the first would be movies.
The things you do for love?
Yeah. Movies. I know. It's one of it, but then mostly it's related to family.
Okay.
One of it is looking forward to be a time I ever call out of Accra.
Okay.
And to have some time for ourselves, and then looking forward to what next am I buying for her that to surprise her, because I know up surprises. You don't wait for occasions. Just always Jumana delivery biaba, just to let her know that Charlie, she's still
think about.
Yeah, she's not a wife, she's still a girlfriend. So I look forward to that. Those things are, and then of course, things that would also, like for example, me coffee is now. I know her workload into ebia me kitchen, ebia utensils are still unwashed. My I do the dishes, I clean the kitchen, but obano no who me score points, 10 marks straight. So things on home front, so I'm part of the keeping up the place okay, and it's something that I've done over and over. It's become a part of me, but it also speaks a certain love language for her, and it makes her happy. So sometimes when we say Obi fi Juma, but she's tensed up, because she's a banker. Inti Obani fi ho is in a space. I be an old dream who say Oba fi also A, B, and C. Me banana. And then she's just happy, and that for me also makes me fulfilled. Once she's happy, I'm okay. And so this is a few of the things that I'm here for love. Yeah.
And the things we do for love, not concept,
the concept was mainly reproductive health issues as for young people,
right?
Especially in the face of HIV, all those STDs. Young people at that age, mostly are very, very active, and people are having relationships here and there. And it was the design to speak to young people about how to live that stage, that phase. You not get into trouble. People will not have unplanned pregnancies in your because at that stage, you're building your life, into school, assembling your money here, and also relationship between children and young people and their parents. Say homes are tension between parents and children. No, now even the progress of the children, it doesn't go far because broken homes be mupe na children, because you don't have that protective parenthood, advice here and there. So one of the ways also to encourage, say, young parents should understand what young people are going through. Say it's just a phase, and you say omusubine, so that more guided. Then the issue about talk back, allowing children to also express themselves. Time no because then opinion you can't say anything. We do even if what's a mere cry you want to make. But now the things to do for love was teaching them also to say we are human beings, we're full human beings. And so allow them to vent, allow them to talk about what's at the end of so you become their friend. One of the things that parents need in is the friendship. And we have to build that friendship. Babe to me can say ma make school no say ni say madam for you, so that you can at that space no advice say look me yes I mistake no me person always a mistake no say fakwan way so na so some issues are things to do for love, stress it on, address it.
Now what character now we're dying because I'm asking this question because and some of the people listening to us
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And it be because of picture quality.
Okay.
Now what character near then?
Now me character was a boy from a broken home. Inti me papa ne me mama ni ho and me brother ne etifi. So once again there was no covering of any accountability and no responsibility inti me yanya mepe. And sa people know if you compare to other houses, bibia de parents ho nkolawo ho yahihye nyemo organized now you feel say you don't have those things, and so near ebe ma also you kind of feel a bit cool and there's a word I want to use
avoid complex
but something that would also but make you feel as if also
you want to be
also if you don't have A, B and C you to your day you want a following, you want somebody who will say that Pusha, some people are obeying what you are saying, so if unfortunately direction now and yet the right way now a dipping, and then so Pusha was more like getting a lot of people under his wings to sort of guide and mentor mentorship, so that was the character. Just to paint a picture, said we have SAR characters no more in your communities more, watch out for them, say and yet all the things that they say you have to follow, and so it was just bringing out those elements in our societies or more as a result of broken homes, but once again, and yes, it be a situation I'm anabasa, but yes, say this is what they would have loved to do, so basically that was my character. I'm really leading people astray most of the time.
But bad influence.
But most of the time, so when we say Obeka se koye bibi no onkoye. So you watch all those things.
And among all the roles you have played,
right?
Obeka, your challenging roles. I need to take time to psych, to prepare well to play such roles.
No, coincidentally, Pusha was a tough one for me, very tough one for me, because time casted me for that role. Now initially, radio. Well, from radio na call TV. Now radio time na me Pusha na me play. I was playing BB character no. Now switch back TV no. The director Ivan Kwashika or say, you know what, he wants me to switch characters. Me say, can't tell you, me to me, the guy was too bad, you know. And from my background, no. You know, I could say my parents and my siblings and all. It's a TV. You share TV in your feedback. Me and say, "Obi play bad role. No, they are uncomfortable with it. You know, then omo ba. You know, so sad. The pressure was there. That what will my family say, or people who know me in church and all those things say that I'm playing this bad boy. You know, but as the understanding was that it's a character I may play. That is not me. And I think that one of the ways in which film or storytelling is to bring out characters, not say we are praising them, but I can say, look, these are some of the things that we should observe and so we should to help change people, you know. So it was tough for me in the beginning, and I needed to prepare well because my lifestyle wasn't like that. And so I say sometime 1 or 2 times me call Jamestown Honum around the me call Barbie just to see how some of these guys relate, behave.
Street life.
My cook, one cook, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. Not still I'm people. I'm watching characters on mobile. Senya, Ubi Baho, no, did they say, hey, Paddy Pagbo, Charlie, Paddy again. No, what to necessary, no, I say, come on. So
the aggressive.
Well, it is come on in your man. They pick it from real life, you know, characters, you know. So a lot of people contributed in making the pusher. If you hack a crime, my fabric, my take a bina, my inject a good character inside the character. Inti sa preparation in yana abwa different identities just so that me even the walk no cry just so that obi or she say, hey Charlie Jones, Charlie, akwano nanti you know, bushy walk no. That's the way I over more connected to it because once a child akwano be any walk no biom. Esa na no muti ni all kano ni nyama nti addition wo hwa no most they are getting it because there was you characters be ube portraying. I was say real life situation or real life people no emotion or more connected to the character say more off in our community kasa that same jargons I use wow you see so that was how but it was tough doing that because I needed to really learn, you know, to get all this and not from any book but to go onto the street itself. Now my pick is maybe so that it becomes real. We address issues and now people don't feel as if it's far off. Yeah.
Is it early 20s, right?
So that was from starting 99.
No, we come by age, you know.
Yeah, that was early 20s. Yeah, very early 20s.
So that was yourself,
Majid, Shika, and your name, Jackie.
So far, characters are more. You are still A-list artist. Jackie
Majid mostly. Nyakano Max also were around, Vincent Macaulay, also 1 or 2. Yeah, Aluta, so he does 1 or 2.
Yeah,
mostly was the 3 of us. Yeah, consistently.
But okay, once in a while,
once in a while,
and then it gets to a point that you get tired or you get bored.
Let me say a combination. The same way there, I think individuals will answer it for themselves.
Yeah, because for you to sustain this for over 23 years.
That's right.
There's something I push you to this level.
Oh yeah. I mean on a personal level, no. Me as I said, no. It's as long as as long as I have breath, no. Once this is what I know I'm supposed to do, no. Maybe then me who say and a money making, you know, venture. For me is continually to remind people that we can turn this industry around. No perception, any bad negative perceptions that they have about it in the industry, you know, we write that off. And also say the people who have been observing me from things to do for lab up to now, that consistently, what I'm preaching or I'm practicing, the passion has been there, and also to sort of encourage younger people that are more interested in this area. So this is how you do it. This is an example that you can watch. I don't want to just if there are times where I feel like, Charlie, my break, let me do something about.
What take you break it down? What's the longest break in between movies? Okay.
Let me say my longest break was at time I made the manufacturing company called Yejuma, and then maybe school. And before essay but the marketing job now, because it was intentional. School school time now as soon now I had to go, but marketing now I've just married, and Jumano a bamo once in a while, but it wasn't enough to really pay the bills and at home. If it was only me, Takashin will go hustle, we go pay whatever we have to pay, but once another life I can't hold the responsibilities and I multiply. So
you're not person about directors,
right?
Actors and directors and producers,
right?
And also, bit my part of the reason why I be asked Kasemna Abumuna from because me your colleague, not me producer, definitely you charge me as
of course
market price, very different.
Yeah,
and currently looks like Omuna Meki Productions,
right?
Those who were producing Ano Musikano, they have given up.
More or less, or they slow down. yeah.
And so even now, because social media, unlike the time when I'm here, national TV theater, right?
There's a theater,
and many who characters be. It has a platform like be brave for people to spot you, It's tough.
Yeah, it is. Tough. It is.
Have you ever tried producing your own movie?
Oh, I've tried. I was a co-producer. Now I was a bit hesitant. Now I can say, look, I just don't want to add to the numbers. Well, because everything, it's a specific field, producing, director. Because let me say, sometimes we take it for granted, say, oh, I've done this acting, over time, maybe gaining experience, but it's a specific field, and also here, certain skills are able to apply to be successful, and not just add to the numbers, but make a mark. Over all around the world, who top actors are more at any directors, producer, will be Mel Gibson, more, they've all done it, but these are people who would also learn those skills, specifically. Me say I wasn't ready yet, and so I co-produced together with the producer at that time. And so for me, the idea of actors going to production, it's okay, but I think that they need to be prepared for it. You just don't get up and say that, look, tomorrow let me start producing. I think that, exactly, you have to learn. Say there are skills that you are required so that it won't be you won't have challenges in the future, because you're not doing it for just charity's sake. You're doing it for a certain result, to help the industry add on, but also to makes your capital back, so that you can do the next one. So the idea is okay, as long as you be from it, so that we don't repeat the same old mistakes or just add into the numbers. Yeah, for me that's my position.
How do you manage a couple of scripts on your table within a certain period?
Yeah,
say in the next 2-3 months,
right?
When your script bear 4,
right?
We understand, because every script has a character.
Precisely.
We understand.
Oh, I mean, most of the time, I avoided such occurrences. So, when I say which happens, 4 scripts within 3 months. All this production wants to come on, but me say sometimes mube overlap it to say me 2 series from Aquaba Magic, and I'm careful because the characters no one show here na overlap it. So I'm very careful. Say if there's a third production, which there is no, my mom will say, look, we're wrapping this date, we're wrapping that day, so we can look at after, because say, look, characters are you play no. There are some of these are real life characters people are relating to. Character will play can be a history and now be journey be so you have to make time for the character, research for the character, so that all player you are playing it well. And yes, all the diagram hobby. So I don't want a lot of scripts at that time. I will say I have 50-50. If I'm devoting my time fully, I will say fully, so that the result is fully received. And I try to avoid because with timelines now, so that it doesn't also sap so much energy from me. Because if I maybe divide me on all the level, you not get 100% from me, and so I try to avoid that scenario.
Adjetey, Anan, and your nature and Komono. Now, you share is a Kuma Unaye official Anna?
Anna official.
Anna across Accra Wood.
We do the BD.
Anna and Cry Wood.
Milim Kume Wood, Accra Wood, the BD.
It would never friend say.
Yes,
I said, who's TV? And cry okay, for the purposes of people to understand the message,
right?
So, when you're from glamorous movies, right? And you war, and in Ghana, in Ghana Wood, Gallywood, and Gromania,
Gallywood,
because Nazia Mata Joyce Atta and one of the directors from discussing about they are looking for a name.
Yeah.
Ghana. I think there's an award. Award scheme be a lady be a or Dean be some fast
Black Star win and so
now your teachings at NAFTI,
right?
Every movie should have a script.
Yeah.
You should go by lines.
Yes.
And if you don't go by lines, sometimes my editing here because of continuity.
Yeah.
So going by scripts and going by how Kuma would, some of them
yeah.
Then they're easier. Then they're flexible. Then they're character no.
Right. So truly, when you allow the actor to come out, you get the best out. And so I always tell to my students and say, sometimes there's a temptation to look down upon those whose medium ne vernacular or from local languages.
Okay.
But truly speaking, they are those who give you the true performance. And in other words, don't look down on the Kumawood actors. Because toe to toe, they are ahead of us. In the sense that the language they are using is their mother tongue.
Okay.
So when they speak, it's from deep within. It's a natural space. Yeah, you can't we are speaking somebody's language.
Right.
Sometimes the import of meaning is not readily available. We'll have to unconsciously you can't script now. We go back to our mother tongue. Now translate it before we speak it. It is not the beauty of articulating words, fine media, cooperation, communication, you can say all those things now sounding okay, but you've not hit home. Say the meaning, it doesn't hit me.
I saw the bro 14.
Exactly.
So stop it.
Exactly. So exactly.
Stop it. What's the name? Kranom goes no more. Yeah. Jai no me jai. Ghanaian can say.
Formal.
Over to
one time. So we have to learn. Okay. We have to learn from the facts, and that's why it's important to say, even in our movie telling, we should factor in our languages. It makes it even richer, and that's what the outside world is looking for. Why is it that Oscar criteria awards in foreign movies, why is it that they are saying say local language should be 70% and about 30% should be English or a mixture? There's a reason why they are looking for authenticity. So I'm saying that yes, they're speaking naturally, and most directors are. You realize that context. How would you say it your own way? Because sometimes can feel meaning and back through. So Obeka said, "Look, say it. How would you say it your own way?" Okape now say, "Shift it." Because I say, "You can brofuna ya fat jacket be at can in some way, but you can say go freestyle
and say
different way. So we have to be careful so that there's that balance, Now at the end of the day, meaning I come out, it comes out. So I always say there's a lot that we have to learn from the vernacular industry in terms of your local languages in our movies. That is not to say say the other side. So they also have to learn in terms of the excesses. Sometimes we exaggerate or prolong some of our actions. Long, but it's for me, the one that comes naturally, even though there's a text there, and that's one of the reasons why Pusha became caught on, because lines one mind too many details. He wanted it to be relatable. Communities that's what the people want to hear, and we connect with it. And so some of these things came out of just the on the spell of the moment. It was very spontaneous.
Yes, Eastern Banon. Yabejiani. And the Jendi you because Arahoyan Arahoyan also now you should be on Safari Gardens.
Right.
Samini, Kamido,
nice one.
And African child, you know Bekasa Oha.
Nice one.
Na no date here me. Anyway. Now, so Ushia new crew. Has it ever happened to you? Oh yeah, a bit uncomfortable before at a point where you might settle in. It happens.
Oh yeah, naturally. Vibe, you have to study a bit how they are, because everybody is different. You have to approach them. Some people you have to allow them to have their space. So I think every now and then, first time, you're a bit uncomfortable, especially when they be our observe, you say, hey Charlie, these guys they have something bigger. You
equipment,
Charlie, so you're a bit careful studying, but mostly you study before you come out, because just for the relationship to take on of a good note.
I was for Easter Jinumsa Coco Flake is so I say it's anytime Rebecca say Sikano, you have to think of Coco Flake. Sikanye Kokunie. And you know me there, Messabo Bio. Do you like money?
Oh yeah, I like money. I like money. You don't have to ask me.
Because as a person or
as anything I like money.
I almost say more money, more problem. And I also pay Sikano. Anan. There's more money, more problem.
Oh, I know it's a problem. Even without money, crap problem.
So you add.
You are better off.
I don't say this council solve any problem. Tyson Council will say, anybody who says money is everything hasn't gotten the money yet. No, I think when you have too much money, I think per my observation,
right?
On say you too scanning for windy. When you are spending, you don't think.
Yeah,
it's like you're a star. You don't take your advice. Right. I always compare money and fame. You don't listen to anybody.
No.
So you boom boom.
Yeah.
So sky is not everything. Sky is everything, but when you are moving forward, our time is almost up. project Ben Okwama you love your people to know?
Yeah, a couple of projects. Basumini, Chris Atto, and Pascal Aka. Chris Atto is in town, and he maybe. Let me say one movie. Your friend Gold Coast Lounge. They may nomination for best supporting actor or AMVCA. And no, a sequel to it, and so that's in the works. To say the series now gusu or either Showmax and Kwaba Magic and also Koso, and then more production being I know they mean to me can't want some
silly deal,
but more they won't check him with
silly deal. Silly deal, me silly deal. Okay,
but it's still early days yet. Per se, you can't want some
because when you share production date.
Omo production date, but omo per se, let me say marketing we know, take it off with some suspense.
Okay.
It's part of the process, the theme that they are just look out for my friends and my pages, my social media pages, Instagram especially. Na but otherwise no. Charlie, I'm also part of the Links company, so lot more to come. Yes,
15 years. Links. My idea. Albert and Richie. They've done well. I like the new studio. I used it last year. That was where I met you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you know, and Friday, you are also open quite bina. And you know, Sabu, and you made there and your bo. Sikanye, Kokuni. Can you remember various awards that you have received?
Say a couple of years ago, AMVCA Best Actor African, Meiji 1-2 from Texas, Houston, for Best Actor for Africa as well. Because the Golden Movie Awards and also Best Actor, Ghana Movie Awards, a number of them. Any other awards? I mean, Best Actor. Say Emmy Awards. Also recently, I also got that as well. So just to mention a few.
Let's say, in all, no, the industry has recognized you.
Oh yes, they have. They have.
No regrets.
Not at all. I mean, for me, recognition. I mean, it tells me say I'm on the right path. But it also throws another challenge for me. Say
do more.
Do more. People's eyes are on me, and I shouldn't let it get into my head. It's an opportunity to keep learning, staying humble. That people can even recognize me. So that has been it for me.
Few regrets.
Few regrets when it comes to me. I'm a number one critic. Me and I'm a criticize me.
Few disappointment.
Oh yes, there have been some.
How many producers owe you money?
Yeah,
simple question. I said how many? I didn't say
blogger we have for the pens this year or
no, yenda Friday. Maybe I can vote here. And can be.
Me a de bia da be the mate make salam de make kakrebi. Interest me the interest me go so because there it's all this ask can be 8 million share so time the interest
is it intentional and as can I win be so why
Charlie, I don't know. It's just some of them also think say and I'm also
and I'll be
so at least also I mean you
help them small
help them but at least that's your dues are out here but let it be a conversation now you can say okay this is the agreement but when we agree on a certain fee and now who am I half ready just say my new production
carry forward and was next week, Abia Christabel or Oscar right, because until we premiere Red Carpet,
that's right.
The top lead characters now moving in HammerTime. Right.